The Oyo State House of Assembly moved a motion for the Ibadan Electricity Distribution Company to build a sustainable customer service relationship. The motion was moved by Honorable Adiola Bamidele following growing concerns about inconsistent power supply, unfair billing, and the increasing burden on residents.
These issues are creating unabated crisis between IBEDC and its customers over the years, and IBEDC has not taken decisive steps to address them. Recently in Nigeria Township and its environment, there was a serious issue of power rationing and billing created by IBEDC without appropriately informing the customer on reasons for taking such steps. It was gathered that a new manager was posted to IBEDC, and on assumption of office, he said his team that to reduce the time for power supply for areas that have been enjoying 14 to 16 hours steady power supply within the community and without any adequate information. One of the reasons for taking such action by IBEDC manager is saying, according to the report, was that 6,000 to 7,000 monthly estimated billing paid by customers in areas that are enjoying steady power supply is too small and not commensurate with the power supply in those areas. The option of IBEDC was to create power disruption, Mr. Speaker, for customers so as to be forced to pay higher electricity billing. Honestly, Mr. Speaker, and honorable colleagues, this is unbecoming of IBEDC manager. He's saying, and the need to be continue to create a healthy synergy and good customer working relationship. I sought to, one, to employ the Ibadan Electricity Distribution Company IBEDC to build and sustain the existing harmonious customer service relation between IBEDC and its esteemed customers on all services being rendered to the public in order to instill confidence in the public and guarantee peace and stability within the communities in Oyo State. Two, to hold the manager IBEDC to consider affordable electricity billing system to customers within its coverage areas as a matter of public interest in view of the current economic hardship. Number three, Mr. Speaker, urge the IBEDC in the state to improve on its communication mechanism with the customers and relevant stakeholders in the areas. IBEDC jurisdiction or coverage using different media outlets or social media platforms to reach out to the customers for better service delivery. And finally, number four, urge the IBEDC to make available prepaid meters for all interested customers in the state, especially those that have paid for salt in the past 1 or 2 years.
Honorable Kehinde Olatunde seconded the motion, sharing his experience as a victim of IBEDC actions.
I happen to be a victim. I personally got a transformer for a community in my local government and in my ward. But then, in that local government. And the very moment I purchased that transformer, I paid for energizing it. The very moment you do that and it is being energized, you cannot get close to that property. It has become the property of IBEDC.
He argues electricity was reliable during NEPA before IBEDC privatization.
Power situation in the country was better off when IBEDC was NEPA. And the impression that I was given to us then was that once this thing is being privatized, it will be better, but it is worse off.
Highlighting that inconsistent supply and unfair billing have hurt communities, especially small businesses, leaving many youths jobless.
You cannot get to their store and get a single fuse. You have to pay for everything. A lot of people money into your business before getting return from that business. But reverse is the case. In the case of IBEDC, they will want to charge you in order to get their equipment and will now be billing you. I don't know whether such things are being done. IBEDC that is causing menace in youths riding Okada and all these things, when the small scale enterprise and all these things, they cannot do anything because there is no power. Baba cannot operate. The ones that are driving cannot operate. The cobbler cannot operate if they don't have generator.
He urged the House to summon IBEDC for accountability.
Point this out to call on whoever is representing them here. Let him come here and come and tell us what exactly is their problem, because their inconveniences is becoming our own.
Honorable Olufunke Olajide expressed concerns over IBEDC's poor service delivery, noting its negative impact on economic growth and businesses in oyostate.
Enough is enough. You will all agree with me that NEPA, they are better off. And the business, looking at everyone, we are talking about, more business opportunities here and there. You will agree with me that we need electricity. Creating job opportunities too, we need electricity to get things done.
She called for immediate reforms and a more customer-friendly approach from IBEDC.
I will urge the House to resolve to build system of customers within the coverage areas as a matter of public interest in view of current economic hardship. Let them also look into how they can reach out to everybody. Buying meter, you will be the one to pay for this. Outrageous billing at the end of the day. I think it is high time we call them to a meeting. Let us see how to go on this thing and how to approach it the right way.
Honorable Akintunde Olajide pointed out that the issue of power distribution in Nigeria has been an ongoing challenge.
Whenever we talk about power in the situation of Nigeria, we are never get it right. When it comes to the situation of Nigeria, I don't know if the production or the planning or the projection for Nigeria is always the other way around. The IBEDC issue is the fundamental issue that it is already on track for years. IBEDC is just the last end of the phase, whereby we have those ones that are behind the supply and the maintenance.
He emphasized that citizens also have a role to play in improving electricity access and stressed the need for better communication between IBEDC and its customers, while considering past failures in electricity planning.
We have to look into so that we can bring them in as the motion implies in terms of customer relations and how they can disseminate information at the right time and making sure our people get the right information when we know we cannot have 24 hours electricity in Nigeria or in oyostate. All you need to do is to request for a different company. There is a competition. There is no monopoly when it comes to electrification. You have about 3, 4, 5 companies in your zone or area or state that will be vying for equality, whereby you only look into one on phone and say, I want to buy this light. And before you know it, the light will come into your house.
Honorable Olorunpoto Rahman added to the discussion, emphasizing the correlation between poor electricity supply and rising crime rates, urging for a stable power supply to create jobs and reduce crime.
Who I spoke with over the weekend told me that they only have lights for about 3 to 4 hours all through the month of January. And I know that in the next few days, they will start receiving bills because IBEDC has been focused on distributing bills based on the estimated billing system, which I know that is a way that they've tried to use to avoid accountability. For those people that are using prepaid meters, when they purchase energy worth 10,000 naira in Oyota, sometimes it takes them a whole year to consume this units of energy worth 10,000 naira. It takes them a whole year because of the very poor supply of electricity. But for those that are unprepared on estimated billing system, they give them bills every month, despite giving them just about 30 minutes, 1 hour, 30 minutes maximum.
Challenges that we are facing as a country as a result of the very poor electricity supply. One, increased crime rate. The crime rate would have been better if there is a stable supply of electricity, because people will be employed, they will have jobs to do, they will be busy productively, and then it will reduce crime rate. Cybercrime, Yahoo. Many people are focusing on Yahoo as a side hustle because the time they have to invest in the productive work, legitimate work, they don't have supply of electricity. Also, drug abuse. When youths are idle, they don't have what to do, they are just lazing around.
The next thing they do to while away time, they think of drug abuse and cultism. The same thing happens to commercial sex workers. Many people run out of their houses in the evening, many ladies, which is unfortunate.
Honorable Babalola Abiodun further expanded on the issue of infrastructure in the power sector and called for collaboration with network providers to enable free communication between IBEDC and its customers.
Now, this is a very critical motion that we need to take so seriously. And it's not just speaking to the notaries, it's speaking to technicalities. IBEDC, the full meaning is an electricity distribution company. They are not generation company. So the issue of going in leave to diversify into renewable, they don't have the capacity. So we can only speak to them on some of the things they have capacity to do. Getting some numbers out, whole free line for customer to access. They give their report to the IBEDC or Google free with no charges. I think speaking to the core of this topic, I would want to have a link to this resolution. That IBEDC should be able to give us many toll-free lines that can be accessed for people to be able to hear their grievances.
In response, the Deputy Speaker representing the Speaker of the House emphasized the urgency of holding IBEDC accountable. He stressed that the company must meet with the House Committee on Energy to provide concrete solutions and clarify their plans for addressing the ongoing electricity crisis in the state.
We invite the management of IBEDC to meet with the Committee on Energy so that they can explain to us the role they are playing and further enlighten us how they communicate with their people, the customers, because it's very important.
He also welcomed other investors to invest in the power sector.
We're using this medium to invite other business investors to come into your state to invest in the power sector. I think when there's more competition, IBEDC will begin to sit up to its task.
The House has made it clear reforms must be made to ensure reliable service and transparency for all residents of Oyostate.
So on this note, I'll put the question, those in support that the House do approve the recommendation as amended by this Honorable House. Those in support say aye. Aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it.